I'm sorry, but do anybody else think it's childish for a man to try to bring you lunch to your job?
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new, of course, hit that subscribe button. Turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So today's episode, we're going to talk about how women say they want this, but do they really want it? Like, we do a lot of talking. Men got to do this. Men got to do that. If they don't do that, then they're this. If they don't do this, then they're that. We do a lot of talking. So when I hear women talk, I'm just like, I understand why men be confused, because I'm confused and I don't even like women. I'm not even dating the women and I'm confused as to what is he supposed to do? What do y'all want? And I'm going to share this video of this younger woman. To me, she looks like she's a younger woman. Very much an adult, but just on the younger side, in my opinion. I could be wrong. And it's just based on how she's speaking, how she looks. But it just shows in the level of programming. But let's share this first clip and let's come back and talk about it.
I'm sorry, but do anybody else think it's childish for a man to try to bring you lunch to your job? I just feel like that's so like teenager, so like elementary, so like you could do so much more. And like at your job, you supposed to be like professional and serious, not at your job playing around. I don't want nobody coming up to my job bringing me food or something. I mean, you could send flowers or like something small, but I don't want you actually physically coming to my job. I just feel like that's not professional and it's like childish. I don't know. What do y'all think?
What was she talking about? Did y'all follow what she was saying? Because it was all over the place for me. First things first, she came to TikTok looking for validation that women would believe that it is weird for a man to bring a woman lunch. That's what she wanted. She wanted women to agree with her that it's weird. Yes, girl, it's very weird for a man to bring you lunch. It's weird. My husband and I were having this conversation earlier, and she used the word, it's unprofessional. It's not unprofessional. In the world of the professional world, it's not unprofessional for someone to bring you lunch. That's not unprofessional, in my opinion. There's nothing that says you can't have lunch brought to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a if it's not a scene, if it's not causing this big elaborate thing, why would it be unprofessional? You know what I'm saying? It would be just like you had a DoorDasher bring you lunch, or your sister bought you. Like, it's just somebody bring you lunch. It's not unprofessional, right? So to me, it's like, it's childish. He could do more. He could send flowers, but don't bring me lunch. Like, it was just like, girl, what? So if you think that this is childish for a man to bring you lunch, what's a grown-up thing to do? What's the grown-up thing to do? Is the grown-up thing to do to bring you flowers? Is that what grown-ups do? Because we've seen women talk about how men can buy them lunch and send them money, hundreds of dollars for lunch at that. But she's saying, don't bring me lunch. Don't bring it. It's childish. That's something that you do when you're young. What child is bringing lunch to their other child age partner? So that just shows to me her level of immaturity, intelligence, and it's just the tone of what dating is to you, because you have in my mind, you have a childish mentality that you think that this is childish for a man to bring you lunch.
I feel like the reason I feel like this is because you can already be looked at as unprofessional for, like, maybe you don't have the best attitude, or maybe you're not dressed the best, your hair might look a certain way. So it's like, when I'm at work, I'm not trying to give anybody else another reason to think I'm doing something unprofessional, or to doing something that somebody else is not doing, for them to like have a look into your life or anything. Because people get jealous at work, people talk about you at work and stuff, and I feel like that's not even necessary at our big grown age for you to be bringing me lunch. unless you want me to just come outside. But at that point, I feel like you could just see me when I get off.
Then she goes into the whole thing about if you have a bad attitude, if you look a certain way, you're jumbling things together. So you're saying that if you already have a bad attitude, you look a certain way, and somebody brings you lunch to work, I don't want anybody to have any eyes on me. You have eyes on you because of your bad attitude, not because somebody bought you lunch. The idea might be she got a nasty attitude. She come here looking a mess, and she got a nerve to have somebody bring her lunch here. Maybe that's what they're saying. So again, for me, it was all over the place. And again, the videos start, and when they start the videos off in that way of, y'all, don't y'all think this is weird? They're looking for women to say, yes, girl, it's weird. These men is strange. These men is odd. These men are this. These men are that. Keep in mind, she turned her comments off. Keep that in mind. The comments are off. I can't read any comments because she turned them off. You know why? They do that because people are not agreeing with her. You're looking for echo chamber. You're looking for women, a lot of idiots, right? Probably a lot of idiots in her circle. And she thought idiots in her circle were also going to be idiots online, which many of them are. But in this case, they weren't. So she turned the comments off. She didn't want to hear women tell her that she was crazy because they would love to have a man bring them lunch. They are desperate for a man to bring them lunch. And somehow a man wants to bring you lunch and you're like, oh, that's weird. That's childish. That's childish? That's childish. Okay. So, again, the question is, what is adult? Like, what is the adult thing to do? Okay. So, she did not stop there, right? Because, again, people are confused. Because I'm confused. Like I said, women say they want men to court them, chivalry. They want men to take them on dates. They want men to be interested in them. They say black men don't want to be with black women. Black men are not approaching black women. Black men don't like black women. But you have a man, I don't know if it's a black man, but you have a man trying to do things for you, bring you lunch, be considerate of you, and you are pushing him away. So again, women, like, it just shows how they get dog walked because they like to be dog walked. But you got a gentleman want to bring you lunch and you're like, ooh, that's weird. But she tried to explain it and it did not help. And here's a clip of her trying to explain herself. And yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay, so I decided to make a quick video just to explain this lunch situation video that I really feel like I shouldn't even have to explain because it's common sense. But people were saying they felt like maybe that video was supposed to be rage bait. No, it wasn't supposed to be rage bait. I feel like people were purposely missing the point of what I was saying in that video, trying to be negative. I didn't know TikTok was that negative, but I'm gonna make it quick. So I wasn't talking about anybody's husband, wife, or boyfriend. Clearly, people were making the video more about the person bringing you lunch and less about you being at work. When the whole video I said, if you're at work, you're supposed to be working, not trying to rush you a date in your lunch break. Most of these men's wives pack them lunch specifically to save time. You don't have time to be having a little date on your lunch when your lunch is literally 30 minutes, if you even get the full 30 minutes. So why don't you just, if I'm talking about somebody that don't know you, like somebody that's trying to get to know you, that's not the time to do that during your lunch break at work. What else? Why are you trying to do that in the most inconvenient time of the day when you can literally do that at any time? What else? People were trying to turn it into like, what type of job do I have? Clearly everybody don't have the same type of job. Some people might have a more relaxed job, or somebody else might have a more serious job. You might be able to do that in your lunch and somebody else might not be able to do that in their lunch. What else? That was basically it. Like, everybody don't have the same type of job and not going to be able to do the same type of stuff at lunch. It's not about you trying to be jealous of your coworkers or get somebody to like you or anything like that. It's just about what type of job you have and what type of coworkers you have and how much time do you have on your lunch. Everybody don't have that much time on their lunch. But that was basically it. But I feel like all of that stuff I said was common sense stuff that I shouldn't even have to make a video to say that. That's common sense. Like, but that was it.
So, so she says It wasn't about the lunch. It wasn't about him, and it wasn't about a husband or a wife or a boyfriend. It's about somebody you just met. Girl, you didn't say none of that in that video. You didn't say any of that. And this is the thing that, so did it make any more sense to y'all? Because it made no more sense. Like, she only made it worse. She only made every piece of her point, none of it made sense. Again, she's trying to defend herself. Comments are still off. And because you don't have women agreeing, you don't know what to do. They are so used to having an echo chamber, being a monolith as they are, that she is sinking. She's trying to find a way to make this make sense, and it just doesn't. And women who don't have their girlfriends to lead them, to guide them, because we're not leaders. We're very much followers. You don't know how to survive. It will almost be like women can feed your delusion that this is okay and that you are right if they agree with you. And because women are saying, girl, you tripping, you're getting mad and you're trying to explain yourself and it's not making any sense. And I'm going to break down each piece for y'all that she called out and she tried to clean up and let y'all just see that the two do not go together, because she said it's common sense. Remember, it's common sense. So let's go into each piece that we're supposed to get common sense from. And I guess we're all the slow ones. So here we go.
I'm sorry, but do anybody else think it's childish for a man to try to bring you lunch to your job? I just feel like that's so like teenager, so like elementary, so like you could do so much more. So I wasn't talking about anybody's husband, wife, or boyfriend. Clearly, people were making the video more about the person bringing you lunch and less about you being at work.
That's just that beginning piece. Do y'all think it's weird for a man to bring you lunch? Why would we assume you were talking about a stranger? Why would we know that? You didn't say any of that. You literally just led with, don't you think it's weird for men to bring you lunch? We would not have known. Our common sense would have not made us believe that it's a man that you just met. We didn't know that. We didn't know that. And then she does this.
Less about you being at work. When the whole video I said, if you're at work, you're supposed to be working, not trying to rush you a date in your lunch break. And like at your job, you're supposed to be like professional and serious, not at your job playing around. I don't want nobody coming up to my job bringing me food or something. Most of these men's wives pack them lunch specifically to save time. You don't have time to be having a little date on your lunch when your lunch is literally 30 minutes, if you even get the full 30 minutes.
So what was it about? It wasn't about the lunch. It's about him trying to come during your lunch break and have... You didn't say that either. You said him coming to your job and bringing you lunch. Why would our common sense that we don't have, that we should have, make us believe that he's trying to come sit down and eat lunch with you? We didn't hear that piece because you didn't say that. But again, that wouldn't be weird. I mean, it would be weird for him trying to come in your job with you and eat, because that would be unprofessional. That's the unprofessional piece that you did not say in the first video. So of course that would be unprofessional, but you didn't say that. You said him coming to bring you lunch. So why would we slow? We're slow. We didn't know that. We are the slow ones. Okay. So we did not know that you were talking about him trying to come sit down and have lunch with you. That's not what you meant anyway. You're trying to clean it up to make it seem as though you have all the right points, and you don't. You don't. So again, we missed it. We should have been able to read between all the lines from that first video. It was so clear that we did not use our common sense, our context clues to understand the whole video wasn't about what the first video was about. We had it all messed up. We had it all wrong. It's not about him bringing you lunch. It's not about him some people being jealous of you and people having like it's not about any of that. Although you said all those things, it's not about any of that. We are the ones who had it all mixed up. We don't have any common sense.
But I feel like all of that stuff I said was common sense stuff that I shouldn't even have to make a video to say that. That's common sense. Like, but that wasn't.
So again, just imagine this woman is trying to date and you are so all over the place. What is a man supposed to think? Honestly. Once again, comments are off. She doesn't want to face the fact that nobody has her back on this. So she was trying to find a way to be like, y'all keep saying this and y'all was saying, we all heard you. We're good listeners. And again, the women ain't trying to agree when they desperately want a man to bring them lunch. Desperately want a man to bring them lunch. But again, women are followers. They don't have a brain of their own. And if a woman says it, they agree because that's what they just think. Oh, I whatever black women say or whatever woman says, I agree with. And this is proof of when you don't have anybody to back you up, you don't know what to do. You very much sink. Very much sink to the bottom because you have no sense of self. Is that even your own thoughts? Is it even your real true feelings? Is it really weird to you? Or is it weird? And I saw this in another video. Is it only weird because someone else is having a man bring them lunch and you are jealous of them? That's what makes it weird because it's kind of like, oh, ain't it weird for me to bring you lunch? Girl, you mad because somebody bring your coworker lunch and you ain't got a man to bring you lunch? Is that? And you were hoping that the girls would agree to validate that the weirdness from somebody else? This is, again, we say we want this from a man. Men try to do these things, but they're weird. They're corny. They're stalkers. They're all the things. All the things. But somehow we would try to make this stuff make sense. And then we get mad when people don't agree with us. Like we really in the right. Like this is how messed up we are. And why so many of us are single, unmarried, specifically black women. This is a woman who will be by herself because of this mentality. This group thinking, this childish, immature mentality is why she would be by herself. The longer she tries to live this life. Unfortunately. But let me know your thoughts on this topic in the comments. Drop it down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Of course, if you enjoyed the conversation, hit that like button. Thumbs up, please. Subscribe to the channel. Join the Patreon. The links in the description. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.